Fearful following. Mark chapter 10 verse 32. And they were in the way going up to Jerusalem, and Jesus went before them, and they were amazed. And as they followed, they were afraid. And he took again the 12, and began to tell them what things should happen unto him. Jesus, our Good Shepherd, is leading the disciples on the way to Jerusalem on the journey of faith, embracing sacrifice and service. In this verse, we meet Jesus and his disciples on a journey that not only traverses the physical landscape but also searches into the depths of human experience and the nature of faith. The passage begins with Jesus leading his disciples on the journey to Jerusalem. It is worth noting that Jerusalem had significant spiritual and symbolic weight in Jewish tradition. It was the city of David, the center of religious life, and the site of the temple. However, for Jesus and his disciples, Jerusalem also symbolized the culmination of his earthly mission, the place where he would make the ultimate sacrifice for mankind. Jerusalem, the city of David. The temple. The journey to Jerusalem, the verse begins with, and they were in the way going up to Jerusalem. The physical journey, Jerusalem, situated on a hill, meant that travelers always went up to reach it, symbolizing not just a physical ascent but also a spiritual one. For Jesus, this journey to Jerusalem was not merely a trip to a city, it was a journey toward the fulfillment of his mission. Prophetic journey. Throughout the Gospels, Jerusalem represents the place where prophets are rejected and where God's redemptive plan unfolds. Jesus is fully aware of what awaits him there: betrayal, suffering, and death. This journey is a deliberate step towards his ultimate sacrifice. And Jesus was walking ahead of them. Jesus walks ahead, leading the way with determination. This image underscores his role as the Good Shepherd who leads his flock. His leadership is marked by courage and purpose, knowing fully the cost of the path he is on. Jesus' act of walking ahead is an example for us. In our spiritual journey, we are called to follow him, trusting in his leadership, even when the path is daunting or unclear. Jesus does not lead from behind, he goes before us, showing the way through his own life and actions. The reactions of the disciples, and they were amazed, and as they followed, they were afraid. Amazement. The disciples were amazed by Jesus. This amazement could stem from witnessing his unwavering resolve and understanding the gravity of what lay ahead. Their amazement reflects a deep respect and awe for Jesus' courage and commitment to his mission. The fear. Alongside amazement, there is fear. The fear likely arises from the uncertainty of what Jesus' journey to Jerusalem entails for them. They have left everything to follow him, and now they are confronted with the reality that following Jesus might lead to suffering and sacrifice. Human emotions. This dual reaction of amazement and fear is deeply human. It mirrors our own experiences when faced with daunting challenges or the unknown. It reminds us that it is normal to feel a mixture of emotions as we follow Jesus. Jesus' revelation to the 12, and he took again the 12 and began to tell them what things should happen unto him. Jesus takes the 12 aside to prepare them for what is to come. This is not the first time he has spoken of his death, but he knows the importance of reiterating it. Jesus provides clarity and comfort through his words. By foretelling his suffering and death, Jesus is not only preparing the disciples for the events ahead, but also teaching them about the nature of his kingdom, a kingdom established through self-giving love and sacrifice. Application for today. This passage is a call to understand the cost of discipleship. It challenges us to confront our fears and amazement as we follow Jesus. It also reassures us that Jesus is with us, preparing and guiding us through every trial. In Mark chapter 10 verse 32, we witness a powerful moment on the road to Jerusalem, a moment that encapsulates Jesus' leadership, the disciples' mixed emotions, and the impending fulfillment of God's redemptive plan. As we reflect on this verse, let us be inspired by Jesus' courage and commitment. Let us follow him with trust, even when the road is difficult, knowing that he goes before us leading the way. And let us remember that in our amazement and fear, Jesus continues to reveal himself to us, preparing us for the journey ahead. Amen.